nurse or someone came along. It was probably about midnight by then. She came up and she said, "I'm really sorry about the noise from the man in the bed next door, but don't worry, he won't be with us for too much longer. It should quieten down sort of in the early hours of the morning." And what she meant there was that this person wasn't going to be transferred anywhere. They were clearly going to die. It was that awful sort of rattling breathing as somebody's getting to the end of their life. And I laid there thinking, this is absolutely awful. I'm stuck in a bed next to someone who's dying with just a curtain between us. That person's all alone on a general hospital ward, no family with them, not in a side room, didn't even have a member of staff sitting with them. And I just thought, this is absolutely awful. This is like treating people like cattle. You're just a sort of an object. You're not a human being. And I just thought, this is just so wrong. Thankfully, I think, you know, to be fair to the NHS, things have moved on. That was nearly 25 years ago. I hope they've moved on. I haven't had a sort of personal chance to try it recently. But I think it's really important. We've all got a responsibility to think. And that nurse who said that to me, she wasn't being deliberately trying to be nasty or spiteful. She just wasn't thinking, and we've all done things when we don't think. We run on autopilot. And I think we really do need to think much more carefully about how we interact with each other, particularly when it's getting near to the end of someone's life, they're on that final pathway, because as I've already said, you can only get it right once. And I think it's really important that we urge everyone to sign up as a Dignity Champion. And even if we don't formally sign up to it, I think we all have a personal responsibility to think and try and treat people with dignity and respect. Additional resources, as Bob and I have said, are available. The Strategic Health Authority has this money. It is ring-fenced in this region. They are busy working out how they're going to spend it, so there will be, it's a case of watch this space. Bob, I don't know if you want to say a few words about the extra money?
The money is probably likely to come through the Alliance as well, and we fought quite hard for social care to actually get that. You know, this is a mixed economy. People who are dying and people who are receiving services, they don't care where the services come from. What they want is a good service. What they want is a service that meets their needs. And hopefully the training and support will be able to give people additional skills, additional knowledge and additional attitudes that will be able to get them there. Thanks very much.
Hello everybody. Welcome back. It's always a challenge when there are so many people moving around and you all talk to each other and there's a buzz about the place, partly about the things that you've heard this morning, and I'm sure you all enjoyed the workshop. So we're now going into the second half. The aim is to finish at the appropriate time. It's now my pleasure to introduce New Vision. Some of you may have met New Vision before. I certainly have. I know that they've been formed 5 years, and in 2006 one of the Skills for Care accolades. They're a social enterprise based in Gateshead, and they provide training to organisations and raise awareness of issues that people with a learning disability might face when using services. I think you'll find that what they offer is training that is fun, that's entertaining, I know it's thought-provoking, and full of surprises. They tell their own stories about their own lives, the good times and the hard times, so that people can understand how it feels to be treated differently. They very much promote the rights of people who have a learning disability and show that through training that people who have a learning disability can actually live full and rewarding lives. So hopefully you'll give them a warm welcome.
Hello everybody. Hello. Good morning ladies and gentlemen. It's an honour for New Vision to be here today talking to you lot. I am Mr. Terry, and I'm here with my colleagues, Paul, Dorothy, and Linda and Lisa, and together we are New Vision Training. We run our own social enterprise. We have our own business. the workforce and students that have learning disabilities. We tell our own stories about our lives so that they can learn from us. I think it's time for a change for people with learning disabilities, having shut away far too long. For many living with no respect, no choice, no voice, and no say, and no control, and no dignity. So bring on the revolution! Just to finish off with my lesson, my speech, everyone, the dictionary says that dignity means calmness, formality, nobility, your majesty. Well, that means nothing to me. Dignity to me means you talk to me. Now have I shown that to my Kayla. Look at me. See me. Hear me. Give me a chance. You never know. Oh, my surprise is I'll usually do. Dignity means something different to everyone, and that is my message to you. One size does not fit all. We need to make sure that when people are cared for, we get it right for them. And now, I hand you over to my colleague Linda, who's going to do a first poem for you, because she's a lovely poet. Who's going to do a poem for you. Linda?
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.
I've got a lovely poem for you now called The World is Ours. I have seen so many changes and they have been a few. Just trying to be accepted is the hardest thing to do. In those bygone days of shillings and pence, we were seen as children and having no sense, just like the story Peter Pan. Never growing up to be a woman or man. So let's all stand up and be counted. The world is ours, let's shout it!
Yay!
We've now got a short clip for you. Thank you.
I'd like to introduce you all to Georgia. Georgia goes to a day centre for people with learning disabilities. She's gone there for 15 years. She loved it at first. Lots of new friends, new staff, lots of new activities. It was really good. But it's 15 years on now, and she's not so happy going anymore. She doesn't know why, she's just not so happy. Let's see what happens today at the centre.
Captain Benny-Post.
Put your coats on.
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 Captain Benny-Post. Captain Benny-Post.
Stop telling me what to do! Treat me as an individual! Just fade away, all of you!
As you can see, Georgia is not happy, but she's done the right thing. She's done something, she's shouted out, and that's what's important.